Hey everyone, this is Bad and 5.
Let's do this.
So anyway, for those of you who aren't familiar with me, because I do get a lot of views on these Illuminati videos, or people who are subscribed to me that, have just joined. Over 5 years ago, one of my first videos was a video called The Illuminati is Bullshit. Now, I need to get a playlist together of all these fucking videos because I've done quite a few about this topic. And this video is going to be a little bit different than my usual ones because I'm going to have to do some edits and shit like that. So, the thing is, I'm always accused of not doing the research on things, even though I do. I do like to do research, and even if I'm wrong on something, I can just look at it like, okay, I was wrong about this, but now I know better. And that's exactly why I stopped believing in fucking conspiracy theories, because, again, for those of you who don't really know me, I used to believe in a lot of this shit. I used to believe that, the government, they're doing all this nefarious shit, and, it's gonna just be a one-world government and all this. And I started doing the research, and as a result, I stopped believing it, because I realized it's all based on bullshit. Hence why I say the Illuminati is bullshit. Now, am I saying that it's not fucking true? Because that's one thing I'm accused of. People always say, like, oh, well, so you said that it's not true. No, I said it's bullshit. That's just saying that's fucking malarkey. That's poppycock. It's just saying I think it's bullshit. There's no fucking evidence to back it up. So, as usual, got my fucking beer, and I'm wearing a Venom shirt. I don't know why the fuck that's stuck. All my fucking Illuminati videos, I seem to fucking wear a Venom shirt. So anyway, so I found one that I thought would be somewhat of a challenge. And the reason for this is because they actually give you specifics in this video. And I figured I'd look at it because a lot of times when they give you specifics, it usually means that it's from this conspiracy theory website, which copied it from this one, which copied it from this one, and a bunch of other fucking people start talking about it. So it's regarded as just, oh, it must be true. Because this fucking site talked about it. Because that's what they fucking do. Conspiracy theorists have a habit of pretty much only reading conspiracy theorist sites. So, yeah. So I figured so I found this one. Because like I said, I thought it'd be a challenge. It's from a user by the name of Levi Price. Now, because Google has fucked with YouTube and you can now use your fucking real name and all this shit, I don't know what the channel name is. Because even when you hover over the fucking name, it's like user and then all these fucking characters. So anyway, the guy's name is Levi Price. Now, he starts out the video with like this really fucking dark sounding music. This really, oh my god. It's like the fucking trumpets of the angels and shit. And it's funny because someone in the comments section tried to explain this away like, well, sometimes you have to scare people to make them believe something. Right. For fuck's sake. It's like, really? You're gonna go with that fucking tactic? It's fucking stupid. Now, this guy starts out, and what is he doing? He's walking around a room, and he keeps on doing all these jump cuts and, like, these weird effects, like, mirror effects, like, where it's, like, pretty much, like, this much of the screen is his face, and then he's, like, putting a mirror effect. I don't know why the fuck he's doing all of this. I guess to make it more dramatic or whatever the fuck, which I don't get that. I mean, I'm like, dude, come on, you're a fucking YouTube user. You're not some fucking person who's out here saving the world. But anyway, he's in this room with all this fucking Christian shit. And I mean, like, just the walls seem to be covered in this shit. Like t-shirts. You're like, I was a junkie, now I'll get high on Jesus. And Jesus loves you. Open up your special place and let him enter. And shit like that. Which, it's like, these are basic shirts with basic text. So why did you buy the shirt? To hang it up? You could have just printed off that text and put it up on the fucking wall. But I thought I was a geek because one side of my fucking man cave basement is devoted to fucking toys. Now, I am a geek for that, but goddamn, I mean, to me, this just takes it to a whole new fucking level. So anyway, he's walking around this room saying, like, God is going to test you. And he's getting really fucking creepy. Like, part of his fucking room, there's, like, printouts, like, enlarged text of scripture. And he's, oh, the scriptures tell us that this and this is going to happen. And God is going to test you. Because God doesn't like cowards. He starts off talking about how God doesn't like cowards. And long story short, if the Antichrist comes to power, and you're not willing to stand up for your faith, then God hates that. He thinks you're a fucking pussy. And that's basically him saying, You're a pussy. I don't want you in heaven. Go fuck yourself. Okay, well, even though, wasn't Christ kind of a fucking pussy? I mean, why didn't he pull out some fucking God powers and flaunt that shit? Like, oh, you're gonna try to fucking kill me? Boom! Yeah, you're fucking dead now. Are you gonna try to fucking kill me again? Go fuck yourself. Anyway, so he's giving you the tools on how to protect yourself. He's giving you the knowledge of this shit. Because the end times are coming. Even though how many of us have heard that shit for years now? You know, it's funny because people have been saying that since like the year 1000. And I remember back in 1999, it was the summer right before I started my freshman year of high school. I used to watch, I forget what the show was called, but it was Rod Parsley's show. Rod Parsley, for those of you who don't know who he has that church, the World Harvest Church, and it's based here in, I believe it's Columbus. It might be some other fucking city here in Ohio, but I used to watch the show because it was kind of like spying on the enemy, and they were saying, this is the final harvest, and there are all these people in the church with their hands up because, you know, this is the final harvest and shit, which always fucks with me because my wife grew up with a very religious mother, and her mom is basically telling her, hey, the end of the world's going to be coming, so don't expect to go to college, don't expect to get married, don't expect to do anything worthwhile because, well, the end of the world's coming, so you better fucking get down on your knees and start pleasing Jesus right fucking now. So, now, my dad, he's a fucking atheist, and he didn't raise us religiously. He just basically said, you make up your own fucking mind on this shit. I'm not going to push you one way or the other. Just make up your own fucking mind. And then when he realized that my brother and myself were both atheists, then he said, okay, now we can start talking about this, and we just start talking about how we don't believe, and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. God damn it. Spill fucking beer in my beard. So, anyway. So, what is this video about? Well, it's not really Levi Price talking. It's partially him. The first part is this motherfucker talking. You know, and he's talking about how the government, because this shit's already happening apparently, especially in the comment section. They're saying, oh, this is already happening, people. Wake up. Yeah, I love that. Wake up. We'll be talking about that in this video. But he said that the scriptures say that there will be Christians who are going to be beheaded, which that is true. The scriptures actually say that in the end times. You know, it does talk about this in Revelations. But this guy says, like, so the government, they're going to start killing people with guillotines. It's like, guillotines? It's guillotines, you fucking prick. Anyway, that's what this video is about. Guillotines. Because, you know, that's one thing about conspiracy theories. A lot of it is based on the Bible. Now, I've talked in the past on these videos, or in these videos, I should say, about how some of my atheist friends and family members, they believe in this shit. So, to me, it's like, it's kind of weird, like, okay, this is shit that is based on the Bible, some fucking weird interpretation. This shit's actually not in the Bible, all this Antichrist shit. It doesn't say anything about this. Now, people can try to bastardize it and try to say, well, this section obviously means this. I mean, fuck, some asshole on one of my videos tried to say, this is obviously a reference to the Catholic Church. Oh yeah, because the Catholics, they're not Christian at all, are they? Oh, well, they're a different type of fucking Christian. What the fuck ever. I always think of Gulliver's Travels when I fucking hear about, you know, Protestants who hate Catholics and vice versa. So anyway, so yeah, it's like apparently this shit's happening. Our government is perpetrating all this shit. You know, they're making it so, yeah, if you don't accept their fucking mark, then, well, apparently that means it's the fucking end time. So anyway, this motherfucker, he puts up a clip from some Christian broadcast. Now, it could either be like a syndicated radio show, or it could be like one of these internet radio shows. I don't fucking know. It sounds kind of old. It almost reminds me of like the really low quality video. If you guys have seen this, is like Sounds of Hell, like where they talk for fucking ever before actually like playing the thing. It's like, just fucking blow your load. Just get to the fucking point. I know some people accuse me of doing that too, but at least I'm fucking filling it with something, you know, at least I'm colorful. But anyway. So, what is this motherfucker talking about? Well, he's talking about how, you know, all of this shit is coming true. About beheadings. Because, of course, you know, if the Bible says something about something that's regarding something that, oh, okay, see, that's fucking proof right there. This is obviously happening. Now, as I said before, this is about guillotines. Now, the guy says that our government, they're going to start beheading us. Now, he makes the claim, and this actually stems from something. It's from Missouri. There was and I wrote this down because, I want to do the research on this. It's HB 1274. And what it says, and they said that, this is what the bill says, about how they're going to start to allow guillotines as an option for the death penalty. Now, when you actually look this up, you actually go to house.mo.gov. It establishes the Abortion-Inducing Drugs Safety Act, which places restrictions on abortion-inducing drugs. Now, you think with these fucking Christards, that would be a good thing. Because a lot of them are very anti-abortion, especially these conspiracy theorist types, because that's population reduction and that's bad. Even though, population reduction, really, okay, that's a bad thing. Okay, so it's going to put more of a strain on our supplies, but that's bad. Well, because the Illuminati, they want a smaller group, even though it's easier to control a bigger group. Mob mentality. Also, if there's fewer people, there's fewer fucking areas that are populated. So if you're just someone who's trying to live outside the grid, well, you can go somewhere and hide, and there's not going to be someone there like, hey, this motherfucker's over here, pay me now, or whatever the fuck they do. Who the fuck knows? Because I don't believe it, so I don't fucking care. So, and apparently it was introduced by Andrew Koenig, and on the site it says, hearing not scheduled. And it wasn't on the House floor calendar. Now, this leads them to think that they're going to start, because there is a small part of the bill that actually does basically say, why don't we allow people to be beheaded? Now, who the fuck knows why people want to do this? I mean, what was that? Anders Breivik? He said he was going to behead all these fucking people. Why? Well, he said it's because it's basically an ancient European way of killing people. Maybe people are more into that. Who knows? But the main reason is this. When you get electrocuted, your organs are pretty much shot. Speaking of which, before I move on with this little topic, this guy in the video, not Levi Price, the guy talking, the Christian fuck, he's talking about some videos that apparently exist out there. And what are these videos? Well, they're actually showing people getting electrocuted. Now, look at this fucking screenshot right here. For those of you who don't watch good movies, that is from The Green Mile. And it's really weird because there is a little bit of truth to this whole recording executions. I believe it was Georgia. They actually started tape recording. Not videotape, cassette tape, as in audio executions. Now, why did they do this? I don't know. I mean, why not? And yeah, when they released them, there was a little bit of a scandal. Like one of these guys, it took, I believe, 27 minutes from the time they tried to start electrocuting him till the time he died. And that's kind of fucked up. But the thing is, this dickhead in the video, he's talking about the sponge. Now, again, if you guys haven't seen The Green Mile, okay, you're really fucking missing out on a great movie. It really is a great movie. I know it has a lot of religious overtones. I can look beyond that and say, it's a great fucking movie. The acting is great. The story's good. It's a great fucking movie. Just watch it. But he's talking about one of these guys actually catching on fire because they didn't get the sponge wet. Huh. Where did I see that? There's a movie. The book is written by Stephen King. Has Tom Hanks. Really good fucking movie. Oh, yeah, The Green Mile. Now, he says that they release these videos so people are just tired of to look at the electric chair method of execution as just barbaric. So that's a reason to shoehorn in the fucking guillotines. It's like, really? Oh, for fuck's sake, really? Okay, you really think that? The whole thing about, the electric chair basically destroying your organs is this. Organ donation. Now, this guy says, because, organ donation is apparently a bad thing to this dickhead, but he says, why do they want to do this? Money, money, money. Okay, there's so many fucking things to this point that apparently none of these dickheads think about, because I thought of, quite a few fucking things within the first few minutes of this fucking point. Number one, if you're a surgeon and you're going to transplant an organ into someone to save their fucking life, is it too much to ask that you get paid for your fucking service? Now, I'm not a huge fucking capitalist. In fact, I'm much more of a socialist. But the thing is, I understand. If a surgeon goes in there like, well, I'm going to be performing this operation, so I expect to get paid. I mean, don't you guys go to work and expect to get fucking paid? I know I do. I want to get paid for my fucking services. Now, there are some doctors who say, you know what, I have enough fucking money. I'm fine. I'll do it pro bono. And hey, good on them. That's fucking great. So the thing is, like, yeah, they're getting paid for that. Also, organs, when you donate them, it is a fucking donation. When I give blood to the Red Cross, I'm not expecting anything in return. I mean, now, a lot of times I'm like, okay, well, if you enter this contest, you could win, you know, free groceries for a year or whatever. I'm not expecting to win that. I'm just giving my blood so it might help someone else. I know people who need regular blood transfusions, so to me, it's like, okay, well, why not? It's an hour of my fucking day, and yeah, who cares? It's just fucking blood. I'm gonna produce more. Same thing with organ donation. I am an organ donor. Now, when you go to the BMV and you like renew your license, if you're not an organ donor, they'll ask, do you want to be an organ donor? In fact, when I first got my fucking license, they said, do you want to? And I said, yeah, of course. Why not? If I'm fucking dead, why not give someone else the chance to fucking live? That said, it's all about money? Really? Okay, well, human organs are considered body parts. By law, body parts can't have value. Now, I don't know why I don't know why they do this. However, it does seem pretty fucking clear that if they did say you can place value on organs outside the black market, obviously, you know, on the normal fucking market, it's because there's a lot of desperate motherfuckers out there. I guarantee you there would be plenty of fucking people who would sell kidneys or lungs or who fuck knows what else. But no, human body parts cannot have value. That's it. Now, the other ironic thing about this, because it's all about money, right? If you go to these they mention the name of their fucking ministry and their website. Now, I guess ministry is called Presence of God Ministry. And they actually have a website, remnantofgod.org. Now, you can go to Google and just put in Remnant of God, all one word. And the first result, at least for me, there's a bunch of like little sub pages, like, you know, parts of their fucking website. Like one of these is proof evolution is wrong. And you go to these fucking pages. And I mean, it is so fucking terribly made. I mean, it's like they made this shit like back in like the late 90s, early 2000s, I had web TV. If you guys don't remember what that is, some of you might. Basically what it was like a cable box. You'd hook it up to your fucking TV into a phone line, and you can go on the internet on your fucking TV. Sounds like a pretty cool fucking idea. You don't have to buy a computer and all this other bullshit. But web TV started to have like build your own website features on there, so they had, you know, some pretty generic things, and I'd go through and find pictures. But this, like, one of these pages has like blood dripping, like the line with blood dripping. If you guys remember that one, if you're an old fuck like me. But goddamn. But anyway, here's the ironic part, because supposedly organ donation is all about the money. Look at this fucking screen cap right here. Oh, so them asking for money to perform a service of saving someone's life, because that's what organ donation is. They're not just saving this shit, you know, for maybe one day they're hungry and they want to fucking eat some human kidney. No, they're doing it to save your life. But these dickheads right here asking for donations. Okay, yeah, that's completely fucking, that's normal, isn't it? Yeah, of course we ask for donations. What the fuck ever. So anyway, this dickhead, he starts talking about how Congress has ordered 30,000 guillotines to be manufactured. Now, the thing is, if you do the math, if you're not good at math, that is 600 fucking guillotines per state. Now, not all states allow the death penalty, so if you just take into account the number of states that do, I actually did the math on this, each state that allows the death penalty would get 937.5 guillotines. Now, these guys say, oh, I don't know how many major cities there are, maybe this and this. Thing is, I live in Ohio. Now, some people think Ohio is just all country. Now, true, I could just drive 10 fucking minutes. I'm in the country. But I live in a suburb of Columbus. But how many major cities does Ohio have? Well, there's Columbus, pretty fucking major city. Cleveland, Cincinnati, Dayton, Akron, a couple other cities here and there. But for the most part, that's it. Maybe you could throw Sandusky in there. That's where Tommy Boy was supposed to take place. But, yeah, why would we need 937 fucking guillotines? Especially when you consider the fact that people who are convicted and sentenced to death, they have quite a while to go. You can just go onto the fucking internet. In fact, I'll leave a link in the description if I remember, to people who were executed here in Ohio, and you can see when they were convicted and when they were put to death. Some of these guys, they were convicted in 1998, and they were just put to death last year. And so it's like, yeah, there's an appeals process. There are appeals, so you could say, like, well, I don't want to be put to death. Can I just serve a life sentence? There are groups who basically are just against the death penalty, which I'm going to bring that up later, too. So they're going to say, like, hey, can we just appeal this? Can we just say, like, okay, take the death penalty off the table. He's going to, just serve a life sentence. Is that good enough? He's going to be just... He's going to have to live out his fucking years. Yes, it's a burden on the taxpayers, but, hey, it's a little bit more humane, at least in their eyes. I'm kind of okay with the death penalty in certain cases. I'm not 100% on that, because I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of on the ropes about it. And also, speaking of, the death penalty, is this guy, he said, oh, he just, they want people to be so fucking sick and tired of, the electric chair. That's not what it is. Most people who are against the electric chair are against the death penalty in general. I've heard many people make the argument, which it's a pretty good fucking argument. I mean, I may not agree 100%, but it's a good fucking argument of why is it wrong for me to kill someone? But then the government can turn around and say, we're going to kill you. Again, I don't necessarily agree. That's a fair fucking point. I don't see that. I really don't see any flaws in that. And, I mean, well, maybe it's, because, you're being convicted of a jury of your peers, and you can appeal it, and if your appeals just go nowhere, okay, well, they're going to put you to death. I mean, but I do still see the point. So that's the thing. It's like, people who are tired of the death penalty aren't just tired of, like, one form, like, oh, this is bad. Now, I know some people argue the fact that lethal injection might, in fact, be painful, which I don't see what the big fucking deal is. If you don't believe in an afterlife, who cares? Once you're dead, you're fucking dead. If you do believe in an afterlife, we'll just say, like there was that one woman who was the first woman that was going to be executed in Texas. She actually became a Christian while on death row, and she was just like, hey, you know what? I fucked up. I know I did something wrong, but the thing is, I asked God for forgiveness. I think he forgave me. So, yeah, I'm at peace with it. I know I did something wrong. I deserve the punishment. And yeah, after this, I'm going to be with Jesus. Maybe I'll have to do something else, to make amends. But hey, I'm going to be fine with that. Or what if that person is going to hell? I seriously fucking doubt that someone's going to be fucking being tortured in hell, being fucking stretched out or crucified, wherever the fuck. And they're thinking, you know what? This is fucked up right here. But you know what really pisses me off? The fact that they fucking hurt me right before I died. They didn't swab my fucking arm with alcohol. Why didn't they care about that? And I hurt. That hurt, man. That fucking hurt, man. But goddamn, I can't forgive them for that. I know this is going to last forever and ever and ever and ever and ever until the end of time, which probably isn't going to happen. But that really fucks with me. That really just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I really don't see what the big fucking deal is. I mean, I guess it's because it's cruel and unusual, and the Constitution says, cruel and unusual punishment is bad. So, okay, whatever. But the thing is, yeah, again, most people who disagree with the death penalty, they're not exactly keen on any fucking form of it. Guillotine apparently is pretty fucking painless, even though people thought it was painful because some heads actually still move because there's still electricity rolling around. So, yeah, like, eyes will fucking blink, sometimes mouths will move, stuff like that. Maybe your ears wiggle. I don't fucking know. But the thing is, why the fuck? I did this fucking research. Now, the thing is, when I looked this shit up, because most of the time when you look up this shit that conspiracy theorists are talking about, the top results are conspiracy theorist sites. Of course. What else would it be? Because they fucking talk about it, so they're gonna fucking click on it. They're not gonna click on the most relevant shit. Now, it took me a while to find a fucking page that actually debunked this. Besides Wikipedia, because I don't fucking trust that. But I found a page on Snopes. And again, if I remember, I'll leave a link in the description. And they say, there's no evidence to back this up. There's no fucking Congress motions to put this in place. No one in Congress has proposed the idea of producing 30,000 fucking guillotines to start executing people by beheading. So yeah, it's bullshit. Now, the funny thing is, someone pointed out in the comments section to this fucking video from Levi Price that there's no evidence to back this up. So what does he say? The scripture says it, so I believe it. Okay, so no, like, well, maybe I should look into that a bit more. Or, well, thing is, like, it may not say that because the fucking media is a part of the Illuminati and all this bullshit, even though, again, I had to search through page after page of fucking search results just to find a fucking page that says, hey, there's nothing here. And by the way, I did look at some of the conspiracy theorist pages to see if there's any links to actual, like, government pages, shit like that. Nothing. After about 10, I just gave up, and I'm like, okay, I want to look at something that actually says, like, hey, this is the straight fucking story on this. But this asshole, he didn't fucking use any of that. Like, well, you have to have faith. Okay, you know, fair enough argument, you have to have faith. Can't really disprove that. It's just believing in something that you know has no evidence, but really? The scripture says it, so I believe it. So your mind is made up. And that's one thing that fucks me up about conspiracy theorists, especially people like Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins. I used to have respect for him, but he went on Alex Jones' show, and he was like, you know, free thinkers like you and me, free thinkers. Okay, so you're going to take a fucking name that atheists gave themselves, and you're going to give that to conspiracy theorists? It's like free thinkers? No, it's fucking group mentality. I'm sorry. That's all it is. Someone says something, you fucking believe it. That's all there is. If the media says, oh, that has to be fucking false, that's not fucking true. But that's what it is. Conspiracy theorists have a habit of listening to themselves. You know, they don't question each other. They just say, oh, well, this guy said it. You know, and one thing that's funny is money is always brought into the equation. Like, that's part of the Illuminati, money. Okay, well, if there's nothing to back it up, and they control the world, why do you need fucking money? Why would you need money? If you control everything. Okay, well, gold might be pretty. Okay, if you like gold, fine. In my opinion, it's like gold is fucking stupid. That's why I hate the people like, the gold standard, we should go back to that. It's a fucking shiny rock we get out of the ground. Yes, it's rare, but who gives a flying fuck? Then again, the conspiracy theorists who put this shit forward about, you know, gold, we need to get gold. You know, because I know a lot of these fuckers who, we need gold and silver because, you know, when the shit hits the fan, then, you know, this is going to be the only fucking money that's going to be worth anything. Even though, well, gold fluctuates in price quite fucking often. And then again, it's also funny because these fucking sites that sell this shit, you know, for when, you know, when bad shit happens, buy our gold with American currency. That's going to be useless here soon. But no one questions that. No one fucking points that out. Like, why would you want American currency? Wouldn't you just want my silver or my fucking bronze or something else? Diamonds? Whatever? No, they want American currency. Because they're playing you motherfuckers. They're playing you fucking conspiracy theorists, paranoid, delusional fucking idiots. It's so easy. Because you don't question things. You don't. You look at it like, this guy said it. Alex Jones said it, so it must be true, right? No. He's full of fucking shit. Just like you. But again, look at it. Do the fucking research, and you'll figure out that none of these stories match up. If this is true, you should be able to create a model that explains this. Kind of like science. You can create some kind of fucking model here that says, okay, we're going to predict results like this and this and this, and this is most likely going to happen. But no, they can't do it. But they believe it. Why? Some people, they want to question authority. In fact, I mentioned this before. Coughlin and I, we were talking about this. He was like, well, yeah, I used to be a conspiracy theorist because it seemed like that was the ultimate fucking form of rebellion. Because, you're rebelling against the entire system. But then, like me, he realized, wait, there's nothing to this. It's bullshit, so fuck it. Why do I even believe this? And that's what I did. I looked into it and said, well, I already don't believe in God. I don't believe in the Bible. I think the Bible's bullshit. And these guys, they're just saying things. They're not backing it up with anything, with no substance, no sources. They're just saying it. And they want you to believe it. But then when you question it, they'll either not respond, remove your shit, or block you. Sometimes a combination of all three. So yeah, it's like, why believe it? Why? Because it makes you feel good, and that's the thing. Apparently, there's a study that was done that said that conspiracy theorists, they're more pessimistic, they're much more willing to fuck other people over out of their money. They have a really bad outlook on life. They're very hopeless. They feel helpless. And it's like, why would I want to do that? I went through that shit already when I believe this. Because it's like, well, if there's nothing I can do, it just, well, when Judgment Day comes, which, again, that's one thing that fucks me up. Well, I shouldn't say again, even though I mentioned this in previous videos. Like, if you can't do anything about it, then why do you care? What fucking difference does it make? What are you trying to fight here? If this shit's gonna come to pass because of prophecy, your fucking YouTube video or your little fucking blog isn't gonna change that. Pretty sure it's not gonna be, oh, well, this guy says it. Fuck, I've changed my mind. I'm gonna submit to God. I'm not gonna be the Antichrist anymore. Even though it's like, well, if the Antichrist is gonna come, I mean, why is he a bad guy? I mean, he's just fulfilling the fucking prophecy. Kind of like why Judas, it's like, why is he a bad guy? The whole sacrifice of Christ thing depended on the sacrifice. So didn't Christ need to be sold out? Why is Judas a bad guy? He just did his fucking part. It's like getting pissed off at the people that play villains in fucking movies. Anyway. So yeah, again, a little different than my usual conspiracy theory videos, but nonetheless, I think it was pretty good. This is the second take of this one. First one, I don't know what the fuck was going on, but anyway. I have a couple of videos planned out for the future. Just haven't really found a lot of time to be making videos lately. So anyway, spend 5, and I'll see you guys next time.